Hey, what's up, overgrowers? Okay, so today we want to talk about something you can do when you're just getting started or at any point where you need to focus on growth and maybe expanding your mindset about the things that you're doing as an entrepreneur or really anything in life. And that is reading. I think that one of the main reasons I've been pretty successful at getting my business off the ground in the last few weeks and been really motivated lately to actually do this in the first place is because I've been reading a ton. I went to the library and got something like 25 books in one day and started reading them, and then realized I had too many books and that there's no way I was going to be able to read all of them in 3, 6, or 9 week period of time. So I went to the library again and I got more books, and I got Power Reading by Rick Ostroff, which is a pretty good speed reading course. I haven't quite worked my way through it, and I've not been as good about doing the drills as I should. But they talk about in that book is just basically like training yourself to read faster, which is totally possible. I was successful at getting my reading speed up to about double with a loss of comprehension initially. But it does go away if you don't keep on working on it. It's like a muscle; you have to keep on working on it. But that being said, you can read at about any speed, and have the benefit of it. And then if you're not into actually reading, you can still consume books by Audible or some other method. For me, I have an app called Hoopla, and there's also an app called Overdrive that allow you to rent books from the library on your phone, and you can listen to them while you're doing whatever. So I have with my app Hoopla, I can download 6 audiobooks per month. I get them for about 3 weeks at a time. I can listen to them. I can speed them up if I want to because sometimes they read them very slowly. So sometimes I listen to them at double speed if they're speaking particularly slow, and I can get through a book that would take me, I don't know how long to read in, a few hours. So some of the really great books that I've listened to are the Gary Vee books, Thank You Economy, and Jab Jab Left Hook. Um, right now, I am listening to Becoming Supernatural by Dr. Joe Dispenza, which is not quite entrepreneurial focused, but it has been a really mind blowing book as far as how your mindset can determine your future and your health and everything. It's a really good book. I highly recommend reading it, listening to it, or consuming it in some way. Maybe checking out Joe Dispenza on Instagram, whatever you're into. The book that I'm reading right now is Start With Why by Simon Sinek, and I keep a $100 bill bookmark in here to kind of remind me of how valuable books are. Um, so uh, I have a couple other books I'm actually reading as well. Sapiens is something I just started, and Do Cool Shit by Mickey Agarwal. Um, and I finished probably 3 or 4 books in the last couple months. And I think the best one is Principles by Ray Dalio. I'd highly recommend reading that book. It's a great way to look at life. His principles that he lives by are something you could aspire to. Anyone, and if you have a business, his business principles that he lists in the book are something that I'm sure would be a very serious upgrade for any company. I really wish I worked at a company that went by the principles that he lists in his book. So yeah, I just recommend that if you are uh, want to upgrade your life and move away from mediocrity, you need to start hanging around with people who have a greater mindset. And if you can't hang out with them, the next best thing would to read something by somebody who has done something amazing. So reading or just listening to the audiobooks, I do both. I constantly am listening to an audiobook now. I've kind of stopped listening to music. I've stopped watching movies, TV shows, stuff like that. The only things that I'm consuming right now is books about success and motivation, and how to do the things that I'm trying to do, and listen to audiobooks about those same things. So I listen to those while I'm cooking, cleaning, or um, yeah, if I'm at work and I don't have anyone to focus on after close or something like that. Um, any time that or if I'm exercising too. So anytime that you are doing something that where you could be listening to something and kind of at least somewhat paying attention to it, then you should be doing that. Um, makes the most out of your time. Eventually, I would really like to get to the point where I can just like cut out time that I'm cooking and cut out time that I'm cleaning and get somebody else to do that for me, because I feel like it's such a waste of my time, because I'm trying to make my time a lot more valuable. So I think that's still a bit in the future for me, but for the time being, I'm thinking about ways that I can cut down the time that I spend cooking and cleaning, and start focusing on creating more time for me to build out my business. But anyway, that's it for today. Um, Focus your mind, read, listen to books, and don't waste a bunch of time watching movies and TV shows and stuff like that that aren't actually helping you move the needle forward. Okay. Have a good one. Be greater than you are. Have a great day.